Okay, let's just jump right in. What if you could build a whole software platform, not in months or weeks, but in a couple of hours? Seriously, today we're looking at a brand new AI that's doing exactly that. And it's not just changing the process, it's totally redefining who gets to be a creator in the first place. Yeah, you heard that right. Under 2 hours. That's how long it took for this AI platform to literally build itself from scratch. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but believe me, this is very real, and it's happening as we speak. And this quote from Dave, one of the co-founders, just nails it. He says, essentially, it's AI that creates AI. That one sentence, that's the core idea. It's the engine driving this whole revolution we're about to get into. So, okay, who are the masterminds behind this? Well, meet the ripple effect. They're a company coming out of Brighton over in the UK. It was started by a couple of veteran entrepreneurs, Paul and Dave. And yeah, these are the guys who are really starting to shake things up. You know, every big breakthrough really just starts with someone trying to fix a major headache. For Paul and Dave, that headache was how software is normally built. I mean, it's just full of friction, right? It's slow, it's complicated, you're always hitting walls. And with all their experience, they were just thinking, there has to be a better way. So they asked a pretty fundamental question. What if AI could just change the whole game? And that question led them to this massive test, the one they call the 2-hour breakthrough. See, their vision wasn't just for an AI that helps developers. No, they wanted to see if an AI could be the developer, to completely take over and transform the entire process from start to finish. And, well, according to Paul, the other co-founder, the answer was a huge yes. In under 2 hours, their platform, which they call IdeaForge, was born. Think about that. It came to life in less time than it takes to watch a superhero movie. That is just wild. Okay, so we've established that it's insanely fast. But how in the world does it actually work? Let's peel back the layers here and see how IdeaForge can take a simple idea, something you'd scribble on a napkin, and turn it into a real working project. So at its heart, IdeaForge is this revolutionary tool that you feed an idea, just a simple prompt, and it just takes over. It designs, it tests, it even evolves the software all by itself. It's kind of like having a genius architect, a brilliant coder, and a super strict QA tester all rolled into one single AI. And this is the magic right here. This is how it does it. First, it breaks down your idea into smaller, manageable project stages, just like a good project manager would. Then it gets to work generating everything: the code, the user interfaces, the back-end systems, the whole shebang. But it doesn't just stop there. It then refines what it built, using what they call autonomous evolution to make it better. And finally, it gives the whole thing a score, so you know how good the final product is. It's a full-on, self-contained development cycle all in one package. And I think this part is really cool. You get to choose how you work with it. IdeaForge actually has 2 different modes. There's self-drive, where you're in the driver's seat, guiding it step by step. Or if you're feeling adventurous and want to see the AI really flex, you can just flip it into autopilot and let it do its thing completely on its own. Okay, so this isn't just some theory or a cool demo. This thing is already out in the wild, building real products. Let's take a look at a couple of actual applications to see what kind of impact it's already making. So check this out. Application number 1 comes from the fashion world, from a designer named Milana Couture. Now, the designer here doesn't have classic drawing skills, right? So what did they do? They used IdeaForge to build their own AI tool that can generate these amazing high-fashion designs just from a text prompt. It's basically democratizing fashion design for people who have the vision, but not necessarily the traditional skill set. And here's another really powerful example. This one is from Dr. Devere Ventures, and it's an AI assistant called Terry for dyslexia. It's designed to help people with dyslexia get through writing, reading, and just processing complex information. I mean, this is a fantastic example of how this super fast development can be used to create technology that genuinely helps people on a personal level. So you might be thinking, okay, who was this actually for? Is it just for the big tech giants? And the answer is no, not at all. It's built for small teams, for entrepreneurs, for innovators and creatives. The whole point is to level the playing field, to give anyone with a great idea the tools to actually build it, without needing a huge budget or a giant team of engineers. And the implications of that, they're massive. It means your idea's value isn't tied to how much money you have in the bank. And get this, the team that's doing all this, they're not in Silicon Valley. They're not in London. This whole revolution is kicking off from the coast of the UK, in Brighton. It's all part of what's becoming Brighton's AI scene. And by doing it from Brighton, Paul and Dave are making a huge statement. They're proving that world-class, game-changing tech doesn't have to come from the usual places. They're really putting their city on the map as a new hub for AI and showing the world that incredible ideas can come from literally anywhere. And this last quote from Paul really brings it all home. He says their mission is to empower creativity and innovation by combining human insight with autonomous AI. So see, it's not about replacing people. It's about taking our ideas, our creativity, and amplifying them with this incredible AI power. It's about building things we could only dream about before. Which, brings us to the final question, really. The real power of something like IdeaForge isn't just what the AI can do on its own. It's about what you could do with it. It completely flips the script on what it means to create something. So the question really isn't just about what AI can build. The real question is, what's that idea you have, that thing you've always wanted to create? What could you bring to life in just a matter of minutes?